Hey everybody, this is the Esoteric Cross. This video I wanted to come to you with a tarot reading about October predictions. So go ahead and close your eyes and take a deep breath and draw in light energy from the top of the universe. Imagine this bright shining light at the top of the universe and draw it down into your body and then through the bottoms of your feet and through the floor. And then let this light come back up to you and fill up the center of your heart with this golden sphere of light. And then take a moment and just really feel this golden sphere of energy in your chest. And now open your eyes and go ahead and pick the pile that you feel most drawn to. The timestamps are in the description below, and you can go ahead and go to your reading now. Hey Pile 1, welcome to your reading. So for the month of October, you're going to need a whole lot of rest. You can see with your mental space, this man is looking down at his fruits that he's lost. He still has 4 fruit that are on the tree, and there are 3 that are on the ground. He still has more to lose, but the tree is still producing fruit, so he can grow more fruit. Stop focusing on the negative. Stop focusing on what you have lost and focus on what you can gain. For the emotional part of your reading, we have the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands is showing a victory. You have been putting in a lot of work, changing your emotional space, and it's time to celebrate what you've won. It's time to celebrate the space that you've come into. One thing that I always, try to tell people in my personal life is to make lists. I'm a big list maker, so make lists of things that you have done recently. If you are ever feeling stagnant, if you just make lists of things that you've done recently, like what your life was like a year ago or maybe even 5 years ago, you'll start to feel very proud of the accomplishments that you've made. For your spiritual side, we have the 4 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands is Wands is about spirituality. So this being in your spiritual sphere, or the spiritual part of your reading, this is really interesting because it's showing that you're really building a foundation spiritually. What all of these cards are showing, it's showing that you have put in a lot of work. It's time to stop focusing on the negatives and focus on the positives. And I don't mean like spiritual bypassing. Sometimes we can dwell on the negatives for a little bit too long. And this is a time where you need to actually focus on the positive and what's going right and all the good that you've done recently. To acknowledge it and also take a little bit of a break because things are going to get hectic. We have the Tower card for your physical space. So physically in your life, this could be in work, this could be financially, this could be like home life. Things are, going to start falling apart a little bit. And I'm not saying that as a bad omen or anything like that. The reason that the Tower comes down is because it's built on a feeble foundation. So there might be something that wasn't going right, but you've always known that it wasn't going right. There was something in the back of your mind that you've always known that this was destined to kind of fall apart, and you didn't listen to your intuition the first time that this, creeped in. And I don't think that this is a negative thing because once we remove something, we have space for something else. So I want to grab some more clarity on this situation. And the Moonology card, we have nothing will come of this situation. And what I think of this card is that I think that nothing will come from worrying and focusing on the negatives. But I do want to pull the book on this because the book has a lot more information about this than I have. So this is the Void of Course Moon. It says, in a form of astrology known as orrery, I'm not sure how you say that word, where an astrological chart is cast according to when the question is asked and decoded. A void of course moon means nothing will come of this matter, or the situation will bear no fruit. Interesting. This may or may not be good news, depending on what you're asking. For example, if you're worried about something, whatever it was, this card can be taken as a sign that there's nothing to worry about. However, if you're asking about a new project of any kind, including a new relationship, it's a sign to adjust your expectations or change things so you get a different outcome. Remember, the cards can only predict what you are currently creating, and you can change that with your both behavior and beliefs. Attuned to the moon, it says, I trust in my highest good. Additional meanings for this card are the chances of something are diminishing. Something better may be around the corner. Believe you will get what you need. Surrender to the divine. Take time out, meditate, and contemplate. So I'm seeing that something could be falling apart, and it could be something to do with a relationship. But I just want you to know that whatever is coming apart, or a person that you might have thought that you were going to be with, or a job that you thought that you were going to have, or that home that you thought that you were going to buy, whatever it is, I feel like it's the universe protecting you from something. If something is coming apart, just remember that this wasn't for you in the first place. It could have damaged you in the long term. And what's coming in to replace this is going to be 10 times better than this could have ever been. So I want to pull a cosmic reading card for you. And this says, move forward. It's card number 23, move forward. And for these cards, what you're supposed to do, I understand some people might be listening to this as they're doing something or driving or whatnot, but these cards are meant for you to look into them, to meditate on them, to see new truths within them. So for this card, what I'm seeing for you is that there is, it literally shows a void in space in the shape of a person or a darkness. It's time to step into the light. It's time to move forward into the light and realize how much is out there in the universe. There's so much out there in the universe. You can create anything that you want. You can have anything in life that you want. And this one thing that you've been so focused on that's diminishing, this one thing that's diminishing in your life, it is nothing compared to everything that's out there. There is so much out there. Plenty of fish in the sea. But I do want to pull the book and just tell you exactly what the book says about this card. Alright, it says, you are being encouraged to let go and release the skeletons of your past. Constantly shifting back and forth between better or harder times only takes away from today. Constantly resurrecting situations and circumstances that are long gone only serves to take away from this moment. You exhaust valuable energy holding on to frustrations that keep you tied to the memories of your past skeletons. This is already reminding me of Eckhart Tolle. Some of you should definitely look up who that is, listen to some of his stuff. He talks a lot about, he talks a lot about a lot of things, but a lot of the messages that I get, or what resonates with me when I listen to him, is about letting go of expectations, letting go of the past, letting go of other people's perceptions, letting go of all of that, and just living in the moment and being in awareness, just being aware, just being. This says, being in this state of mind is no different to keeping you locked in one chapter of a book. This book never ends due to your inability to move forward. Moving forward physically is not the same as moving forward mentally. Although your physical body carries you through to experience each day, your mind lingers and holds on to the past. Having this duality of mind and body does not allow the present moment to be fully appreciated and utilized. This may leave you wondering why your visions and dreams always seem to be out of reach. To enjoy a life of manifestation and fulfilled dreams, your mind, body, and spirit must work together as one. For it is only through working in wholeness that you are able to create a life of choice. This is the secret to abundance and real joy. The past is the past. Embrace its lessons and be grateful for the memories and adventures that it brought into your life. Now breathe in deep and let it go. For it is time to move on. As challenging as it may be, it is time. New adventures and possibilities await. Wow. All right, so for our sacred geometry card, I pulled 285 hertz, and it says optimal health and well-being. Now, for these sacred geometry cards, sometimes they're frequencies, sometimes they're shapes or different geometrical formations. This one we pulled a frequency, so a good frequency for you to listen to throughout the month of October is going to be 285 hertz. And let me read you what the book says about this card. It says, 285 hertz has appeared as a crucial time to remind you to keeping optimal health and well-being for your mind, body, and soul. Many times during our physical lifetime, a light bulb moment occurs where we take note of how we are functioning at different levels. When we are out of balance and not honoring our body for what is its ideal condition, choices and changes need to be made for healing and your energetic bodies. By using certain sounds and frequencies, we are able to enhance our senses and create a deeper connection to spirit. Every sound has a different vibration. Frequency 285 hertz, it does not have a particular sound or color like those between 396 and 963. It does have its own vibrational frequency, which has immense healing properties. This tone is said to be directly connected to our soul's blueprint and can bring our bodies back to optimal health on a cellular level. So this tone is used in healing the whole you, from cells to organs to damaged tissues and even burns, cuts, and wounds. It not only influences our physical body, but our energetic bodies as well. So I imagine this would be good for you on a physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental levels. What I find interesting is that if you change the numbers around, you get 528. This frequency returns DNA to its original state. As healing occurs at the DNA level, it creates a reverberation throughout all of our fields, which not only creates optimal health physically, but increases our life force, balance, inner peace, and so on. Every soul has a blueprint it was written with before incarnating into the physical life. The more in tune we are with our whole self, the more amazing the healing possibilities are to return our cells and organs to their original form. It is so important to listen to our body and soul. It knows what is good for us, and when we nurture, abide to, and honor ourselves, we can keep our physical body in prime form. If you're experiencing health issues, this tone may be of benefit to you. Play the tone directly to a cut, bruise, broken bone, torn muscle, burn, or organ, and visualize the area you are concentrating on returning to its optimal state of health now. And what I would even add to this is add in energy work. If you guys watch my channel, you know that I'm really big into chi energy. Breathing in bright white light from around you and putting it into whatever part of your body is in pain, whatever part of your body needs healing. If you find yourself neglecting your higher self, sit in meditation or in a quiet space and ask yourself, what is it you need to do differently to acquire balance, health, and harmony? Place crystals, templates such as Merkaba healing, herbs, or something that carries a frequency that resonates within you on the affected area. Work with the color green for healing. So some crystal suggestions to use are malachite, rose quartz, green calcite, purple fluorite, rhodonite, Vogel wand, Merkaba crystals, shungite, and hematite. For your magic oracle card, we have water. Work with the element of water for healing and purification. Wow, this is so interesting. I really briefly looked at these cards before I laid them out, and I didn't even notice that you have 2 healing cards. So work with the element of water for healing and purification. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm imagining a lot of you are taking rest for this month of October. You're taking time to heal. You're taking time to just recharge and get back to your optimal state of being. And what you're supposed to do with these with these magical oracle cards, each card has a different symbol. What you can do is you can draw the symbols. You can place this in places where you look at it often. You want to get these kind of into your subconscious mind, just like sigils and talismans. You can charge them, put energy into them, meditate, look into them as you're meditating. But that is what you're supposed to do with them. You can use them in ritual magic. Water inspires us to seek connection with others and facilitates deep emotional healing. Key words include unity, peace, inclusiveness, and joy. The water symbol encourages us to spend time with people who uplift and inspire and leave us feeling light of heart. By the same token, be mindful of how you feel after interactions with certain people. If you're drained, exhausted, or worried, then limit your time with these individuals. Your heart needs positive healing and happiness, and this symbol appears as a gentle reminder to make this a top priority in your life. So right there, what that's reminding me of, there could be somebody in your life who's been making you feel really drained of energy. Really notice the energy that people give off to you after you're done talking to them. One thing I would say is to try to surround yourself with people. It's easier said than done, but surround yourself with people who make you feel good and make you feel really energized after talking to them. And one suggestion that I do have for that is I don't know if you're familiar with the app Meetup or joining like Facebook groups, but try to do groups about things that you're interested in and meet with people in person. If you keep going to them, you'll eventually find a small group of friends, and stick with the people that make you feel good, that make you feel excited, that are positive and that are happy, and they look on the positive parts of life and they don't dwell on the negatives. But this book also says, manifest your dreams. So this is one way you can work with the symbol. Work with the water symbol to mend a broken or bruised heart. I wonder if that's why this came out. Something is going on with your heart that you just feel, maybe you feel like you've just been trampled on, or you feel like people have been just walking on top of you, or you feel maybe you really did lose a relationship, and you're really going through it, or you lost a person that you thought that you were going to have a relationship with, or you've lost a close friend, and your heart is wounded. It hurts. So you can use this symbol to mend a broken or bruised heart. Imagine your heart center filled with a gentle rose-colored light, and know that you're worthy of love. Visualize your heart as bright and resilient. Ask the angel of healing to seal the area with a curative golden light, and imagine a beautiful restoration of your heart chakra taking place. And I would also say another meditation that you can do, another ritual, would be the Kabbalistic cross. I'm not sure if I have a video on this or not, but maybe I should make one. But you want to visualize light at the top of the universe, a bright white light. And then you want to pull it down with your fingers, the prana, just like this. And pull that light down from the top of the universe into your forehead, and then down through your heart and through your pelvis into the bottoms of your feet, and extend all the way to the bottom of the universe. So you are centered in light from the top of the universe to the bottom of the universe. Then you're going to touch the center of your chest with your prana mudra, and then extend your arm, your right arm to your right, And then you're going to extend your left arm to your left and imagine this light going from the center of your heart to the ends of the universe to your right and left. And then you're going to pull in all of the energy from above you, from below you, from your right to your left, all of that energy into your heart, and make your heart grow large with this golden sphere of energy. That's the Kabbalistic cross, and that fills your heart up with light. It seals your aura, and it centers you at the center of the universe. It's a really powerful ritual that you can do. Actually, between other rituals, you do at the beginning of the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram and at the end. And for your affirmation card, we have, I open a clear pathway for my energy to flow. May my energy flow toward manifesting my intentions. Alright, Pile 1, that is pretty much all that I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, go ahead and hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. If you do want a personal reading done for me, I can do a video reading. Just send me an email. My email is in the description of this video. You would just pay through Venmo, and I will make a video and send it to you. But that is all I have for you. Thank you so much. Bye. Hey there, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So for the month of October, for your mental space, we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands feels very confident, and she's really at the top of her game with her spirituality, her creativity, and her sex drive. For your emotional body, we have the Ten of Swords. And the tens are always about completion or a manifestation of something. So I feel like something is coming down emotionally. Something has reached to its end point, and you can see here that stuff is crumbling down. I don't think it's like a tower card where things are coming down because, you know, of a feeble foundation or anything like that. It's more like it's coming down because it's just time. It has reached its completion stage. It has reached the end of its cycle. For your spiritual side, we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, it could be that I have a feeling that there's probably somebody in your life whose words are very cutting. Somebody who might be tearing you down a little bit spiritually. That's just a feeling that I'm getting, not specifically dealing with the meaning of the actual card, but that's just what's coming through for that. The Seven of Swords. This is you feeling like you're defending yourself against other people. This is what's physically happening in your life. You're literally defending yourself. People are questioning something that you're doing. It could be family. And I understand that with my family, that there's people kind of just not really understanding what's going on with you. And you feel like you have to defend yourself. So those are the kind of energies that are coming up for your, you know, just your mental, emotional, your spiritual, and your physical bodies for the month of October. But I want to get some clarity on that, and I'm going to pull some oracle cards. We have a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. And that's funny because we're in Libra season now, and I believe the new moon is in Libra. So let me go ahead and pull the book on this. Give and take could well be the answer to whatever dilemma you're asking about. Compromise may be called for. It's time to start negotiating or even renegotiating. When the new moon in Libra comes up, there's a restart for you and for someone else. A new relationship could be beginning. And if that's the case, then the chances are this will be a healthy and well-balanced connection. In anything you do after pulling this card, doing it in pairs is advised, such as teaming up with someone in business or in your personal life. Libra is the sign of relating, and this card suggests that whoever is at the heart of the issue you're addressing is someone who will be open to talking things through. Avoid being selfish. It won't get you anywhere at this time. Reach out to someone and let them know that you care. So additional meanings for this card are feel more, think less. Marriage or engagement is on the cards. A legal matter will go your way. Pay some attention to your appearance, but don't be all about appearances. So I feel like something is coming in for you in your romantic life. If you're single, this could be a good time to start getting out and getting to know people. Even if you're not single, this could be a great time, I feel like, to make new friends and to develop something better, especially if you do feel like everybody has been ganging up on you. You could be surrounded by people who are just not your people, and you've known that for a while now. And this is the time to go ahead and start bringing new energy into your life, I feel like. For your cosmic reading card, we have Believe. And for these cards, what you're supposed to do is meditate on them, kind of look into them, and see what you see based off of free association. But for this card, what I'm seeing for you is a release. I feel like I'm seeing something to do with grounding, where you are giving the earth your energy and you're receiving energy from the divine. So you're letting go of something and replacing it with something better. But I'm going to pull the book on this just to tell you exactly what it says. For a long time you cautiously walked, watching others shine and soar to heights that seemed unreachable for you. If you were drawn to this card, Spirit is encouraging you to take that next step and join the birds that fly through the rainbow-filled skies. Take a chance. If you fail, you fail. If you make a mistake, then learn from it. Life has no guarantees. If you spend your life waiting for guarantees before taking the plunge, you just might be waiting around for a long time. Life is not meant to be lived perfectly. That is not the lesson. It's about believing in yourself, following your heart, and living your truth. Have the courage to push through thoughts that hold you back from pursuing your passions and dreams. If you have so much to share with the world. By not believing in yourself, you deny humanity the opportunity to raise its own light through your unique expression. That is so true. We are all unique, each and every one of us, representing different facets of light. Your self-expression is unique to you. So don't think for one moment that you're not as good as another. You are amazing, talented, and so very dear. Not diving in is only delaying the growth of your soul and the souls of others around you. For when you make that choice to give it all that you have, others will be inspired by your courage, passion, and creative expression. Release any fears of security, stability, and finances. Trust that your needs will be met. When you follow your heart with intentions to serve humanity, doors of abundance and prosperity naturally open. Wow. That's a big message there, that when you are not pursuing your dreams, when you are not putting yourself out there, you are denying the world of your unique expression, your unique light, your unique talents, and your unique gifts. There is, even if the same information, I'm just saying, if you're sharing information, if you are a singer, or if you are a writer, or even if you're just thinking about starting a business, whatever it may be, you don't have to be the best. You don't have to do everything perfectly. You don't have to hit every note. You don't have to get all of the grammar correct when you're writing. You don't have to follow all of these rules. You don't have to completely know what you're doing. Just the fact that you're creating something and you're putting it out there, or you're putting yourself out there, even if it has nothing to do with creativity, even though I believe all of life is creative. You could be doing something as simple as washing the dishes, and you're creating a space for your home to eat on, you know what I mean? So everything is creative in nature, but whatever you're doing, if you're not doing what you want to be doing, you're denying people of your unique light. You have a unique way of doing it. As I was saying, even if you're not like the best at what you do, if you don't think that you're the best at what you do, you provide a unique flavor to that thing that you're doing. So, for example, if it is sharing information, that information could have been out there for years, for hundreds of years. But nobody's going to share that information the same way that you share that information. You could tell it in such a way that it resonates with so many people because of how you say it, because of your personality. So I just really want that to sink in for you, because that's a huge deal if you really sit with that and let that become you. So for your sacred geometry card, we have love frequency. I've been pulling this up a lot lately, and you have a lot of love energy in your reading. So it makes me wonder if something's going really well in your love life for the month of October. Love frequency is here to remind us that to live an amazing life and accomplish what we have come here to do, we first need to accept and love ourselves. Each of us need to look into our inner core and into our hearts. See the beauty and love within ourselves, that we can work to our highest potentials in every aspect. Remember, others will treat you the way that you treat yourself. To draw on this vibration, we have to find the love comfortably within. Love of self is such a pertinent aspect of everyday life, but how many of us actually stop and look in the mirror and see the true beauty of our soul essence? Do you stop and say, I love you to yourself? Do you see the true and pure essence of your spirit and all that you are and what you have to offer yourself? Does your heart sing? The biggest gift we can give is to love ourselves unconditionally. This template is not only about the love of self, but the love of a soulmate. We all have a number of soul partners, whether it be a lover or a friend. When the connection is made, it is a knowing that it is felt in the depth of our heart and soul. A mirror image is found and formed. So this is also showing here a Vesica Pisces, which is like the compare and contrast circles, Venn diagram, all of that. But it's showing two becoming one, at least briefly. I'm going to read to you the sacred geometry of what exactly this means. It says, the sacred geometry of this template is the Vesica Pisces. On the first day of Genesis, Spirit decided to create an exact replica of itself, a mirror image. Within the parameter of the sphere, a second sphere was created in exact likeness. The Vesica Pisces was formed. The Vesica Pisces is the area where the two spheres overlap. The area in the center is light, and light was created through sound. It is also a representative of the all-seeing eye, the eye of God and the eye of Horus. The symbolic intersection can be a representation of the common ground or mutual understanding between individuals and is spiritually a mirror of the soul. The diamond shape in the center in 3 dimensions is the octahedron. This shape is one of 5 platonic solids. It correlates to the heart chakra and works with the element of air. It is the perfect geometry to use as a representation of love in this template. Use love frequency to work with your heart and soul. Truly see the love that is within you. It is so much easier to give love to others than it is to ourselves, but it is crucial for our growth on every level. Spend 5 minutes a day for yourself. Stand in front of a mirror and see the beauty that actually stands before you. Know how much you are loved. If you're looking for your soulmate or are already in a partnership that needs attention, use this template with the intention of working on your relationships on all levels. Grid in the farthest right corner from your front door. You can place an intention, words or crystals, flowers, or anything that you identify as related to love of self or others, and state all your intentions clearly. So I feel like you could create the symbol as a grid, like as a crystal grid. If any of you are into doing crystal grids, I think that's a great way to direct energy and to direct flow. So your next card, we have Star. This is a magical oracle magical oracle cards. What you do with these is you can draw these symbols, keep them places where you're always looking. You really want to burn these symbols into your subconscious mind in order to get the benefits from it. So you can meditate on them, make sure you see them often, you can draw them. But this says, the silver energy of a star brings good luck and serendipity. I've been stuttering all day. The divination description says, the star is a big picture symbol that is perfect for your highest order goals. Use this symbol when you want to help large groups of people. The 8-pointed star will create serendipitous events and good luck for any endeavor that comes from the heart and is intended to help humankind. Work with the silver energy of the symbol to create a higher, finer vibration that will bring positive and lasting change to people who need it the most. In numerology, the number 8 reminds us that we are spiritual beings having a physical experience here on earth, for it is the number of material and spiritual wealth combined. So to use this to manifest your dreams. As you work with the symbol, your higher consciousness will be activated. The symbol brings with it increased awareness, intuition, and compassion. You may find that your perspective on life changes and personal goals become less about you and more about helping others. The star at its essence is about transmuting energy. Work with it to change lower energies into lighter, healing ones, and watch how serendipity and good luck start to become regular occurrences. One energy technique that I used to do all the time, that I've kind of forgotten about lately, anytime that you feel negative, or anytime that you feel like somebody else's energy is bringing you down, I don't even know if this is like a form of Reiki. I don't know how Reiki works, but I know I do energy work. So I would always imagine taking in this negative energy into my heart space and then transforming it into light, and always remembering I am light. My soul is light. My energy is light. It is light energy. And there's nothing impure. There's nothing, dirty or wrong that is within this light. It is pure and healthy and positive energy. So whenever I take in any type of darkness into this center, while it is a fountain of light, it just gets transmuted back into light. So I would always imagine it's just a transformation. All of the darkness, all of the negativity is just a transformation. It's there to be transmuted into light. And I don't know if that helps anybody. Hopefully it does. But that is something I myself need to do more of. And then one last card that we have is a affirmation card. And this says, I am the light I need when the world is dark. I did not read this beforehand. Wow. I am the light I need when the world is dark. May I keep my inner light fueled and burning brightly. Wow. So hopefully that was something that you really needed to hear. But that's all that I have for you, pile number 2. If you really liked this reading and this resonated with you, go ahead and leave a like button, leave me a like, and leave a comment. If you do want a personal reading done by me, I can do one just like this. Just send me an email in the description. My email's in the description of this video. And you just pay through Venmo, and I'll make a video and I'll send it to you. Thank you so much. Bye. Hi, Pal 3. Welcome to your reading. The first thing that I see here is that you have been trying to work towards something. I feel like it's a creative endeavor or a business. There's something that you've been working towards, that you're trying to gain something out of it. First thing with the 6 of Wands, this is in your mental space. So I feel like whatever mental health, like things that you've been experiencing over the last few months is clearing up in October. You're finally getting some relief. You've made new progress, and you're finally getting to a spot in your life where you actually feel like you're doing well mentally for the month of October. In your emotional space, we have the 9 of Cups. And the Nine of Cups has to deal with near perfect happiness. So whatever this thing is that you've been striving towards, I have this feeling that you are almost there. It is not time to give up. It's time to keep going. Just keep going. Just see how far you can go. Just see where this can take you. But absolutely do not give up, because you are almost there. You are almost to your goal. For the spiritual area of the month of October, we have the Tower card. So I'm not exactly sure where this is gonna take place in your life. I know that it's under the spiritual side, but I think that something could be falling apart a little bit that was built on a weak foundation. This could have to do with love. This could have to do with relationships. But this could also have to do with just ideas. Ideas are crumbling down. The way that you looked at the world might be kind of falling apart. You might have some new revelations. You find out the truth of something, and it kind of just shatters your idea of reality. And that's what I'm seeing for your spiritual side for the month of October. Now, what you're physically manifesting, this is exciting because we have the Judgment card. The Judgment card is all about this rebirth, or this coming to life. You see this person here. This is actually supposed to be a coffin in the traditional tarot. So this being is coming from the sky, sounding a trumpet, and he's waking people up from the dead. He or she is waking people up from the dead. This is about coming out of your base consciousness, coming out of whatever. Again, this could have to do with this Tower card too, because your ideas of reality previously are changing. The way that you're looking at the world is changing. Now, the Judgment card could also have to do with fame. I associate this with success. So I think whatever it is that you've been trying to manifest, you are almost there. And I think the month of October is going to be very favorable for you when you put yourself out there. Put yourself out there, just see what happens. I think that you're going to be developing a lot of traction. You might be gaining followers, you might be gaining people around you, and even if you're not putting yourself out there, like you're not chasing something like fame or a business, I have a feeling that you're going to be gaining a lot of friends. The month of October could be very social for you. This is not a period of rest. This is not about resting. This is about going out and getting what you want. So don't stop. So for your Moonology card, we have you and your loved ones are safe. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the book and read to you what that says. It's the new moon in Cancer. There's a new start coming in your private life. Something is rising up in connection with the people and places you hold dearest. This can be to do with a member of your family, a flatmate, or moving house. If you're hoping to move forwards with something special in your private life, this card comes to you as a message that you can do it. If you've been neglecting your family, it's time to reconnect with them. If you've been neglecting yourself, you need to take better care of yourself and nurture yourself more. If your insecurity is holding you back, that's something that you need to work on right now. Doing so could bring you to your heart's desire. Make sure you put family first. So additional meanings for this card are: let someone get a bit closer to you. A new cycle is starting for your child or children. It's time to review your goals. Have they changed? Meditation will help you banish your insecurities. Spending time near water will bring you peace and answers. So I'm also wondering if many of you are a water sign, or if you have like Cancer in your sun, moon, or rising. I have Cancer moon, so a lot of my emotions are I just feel them very deeply. And if you have Cancer moon, you probably know what I'm talking about. But definitely be around water at this time. And I also want to say insecurities could also be what's been holding you back from getting success or attaining like a new level of consciousness. So don't let your insecurities get in the way of what it is that you want. And especially if you're trying to put yourself out there, I understand. I put myself out there with songwriting and also with making YouTube content. So it's just, there's a fear of failure, there's a fear of being looked at strangely, there's a fear of being looked at all. So don't let these things get in the way of what you want, because the world needs to see what you have to offer. And even if it's not about making content or anything like that, it could be about business, or it could be about applying for jobs, or trying to get something new out of life that you just haven't been getting before. Don't let your insecurities hold you back. I mean, you have got this. You are a divine being. You are made for this. And I want you to tell yourself that before you go into that job interview, before you go on that date, before you get up and go play that open mic night, or whatever it is that you're trying to do. Just remember that you're a divine being, and you have the right to express yourself, and you have the right to be. So your next card, this is a cosmic reading card. We have Be Fearless. I didn't even think about this before I pulled the card, but I did see it. So it is Be Fearless. These cards, what you're supposed to do is meditate on them. You're supposed to kind of use free association, like look into the card and see what you see in the card. So if you're not driving, or you're not just listening to this, if you're actually watching this, just take a moment and really look in this card and try to pull out any meaning that you can personally from it. So what I'm seeing is honestly this being of light. It's this being who is one with the universe. There's a tunnel right here, a tunnel of light. And I think that it's time to face the light and move towards it. Now I'm going to pull the book and tell you exactly what this card is supposed to mean. Has fear been holding you back from pursuing your dreams and following your heart? This is exactly what we've been talking about. Do you hold a fear of the unknown, fear of failure? I am so sorry. My phone told me I was out of storage, so I had to delete some stuff. But just continuing on. Do you hold a fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of change, fear of making a mistake, fear of what society may think, and fear of life and death? The fear of failing can be immobilizing, and many wonderful opportunities are missed because of it. It serves only as a wall, stopping you from living a joyous life. When you hide behind that wall of fear, you not only slow down the process of transformation and growth, but you also attract what you most fear. For example, if you have a fear of not being worthy, you will find yourself in situations and circumstances that validate those fears. Building those walls of fear does not protect you from the unknown. It keeps you imprisoned within a cycle of challenges. These challenges may come in different disguises, but ultimately they hold the same energy. To transcend this repetitious wheel is to shine light on and face those inner fears. This is not a battle, but an act of pure love and compassion. Go within yourself and find out from where these fears stem. Fears are usually born from something you've seen, heard, or experienced personally. Send the shade within you love, understanding, and compassion. You are stronger than you realize. Take that next step and live your life fearlessly. Awesome. Okay. And for your sacred geometry card, we have balance. So this is all about rebalancing for the month of October. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the book on this. And this is number 32. So a mantra for this card is, I am centered, stable, and balanced. Balance has shown itself today so that you may look within to see what part of you is unbalanced and why this is so. When we are balanced, we are in a state of total equilibrium. We are of sound mind, body, and spirit, and our perception and judgment are good, our decision-making clear. Life deals many challenges, which may seem like obstacle courses and at times feel like hardships. This can throw us into upheaval and create an imbalance within. It is important to acknowledge this imbalance and to learn to bring ourselves back to a state of equilibrium as best we can on all levels: mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. Not every problem has a quick fix, but we can start by doing something that sets the ball in motion. The first step has already begun once you have recognized this state of being. Use the geometry of this card in meditation or while lying down by placing it on the body. Place a glass of water on it so it absorbs its frequency. Writing is a helpful tool, as is talking about how you feel with someone you trust. So, I know you don't probably have this physical card to do those things, but one thing you can do is take a screenshot of this, and you can also trace this with a piece of paper. You can draw this, you can put energy into this. I have a few other cards that I like to do that with, one of which is the Magical Oracle, any Magical Oracle cards. For you, we have Perseverance, and it's number 33. The motivation to keep going despite the odds. And that is also what this card, what was resonating with me with this card is that you are almost at your goal. If you just put yourself out there in the way that you've been planning to, if you just take those next few steps, you're going to get to where you want to go. It's inevitable for you to get to where you want to go because you've laid the groundwork. You already know what you're doing. I feel like this is something that you've been working at for a long time, and it's just you have a few more steps, just a few more steps to get where you want to be. So I'm going to pull the deck on this. The Perseverance symbol encourages us to keep going despite the odds that may be stacked against us. This is a time to draw upon your personal power and inner strength to see something through to its natural conclusion. This card appears when progress is slow or there is a standstill, and it seems like nothing will ever be resolved. Like the oak tree and the moon, we must patiently wait our turn. When the time is right, blocks will be removed and energy will start to flow beautifully again. Work with this symbol to gain a deeper understanding of your present situation. Some things must ripen in their own time. Accept its gentle encouragement to persevere. The rewards will be worth it. Recognize that you originate from the divine and were given the strength, courage, and wisdom and compassion to live as your higher self. Call on your guides and angels to help see you through this difficult time with grace and awareness. You will emerge stronger and wiser and more resilient and lighter of heart. Wow. So I really do feel like, I still feel like you are almost there to where you want to be. You have been patient. I think that if you just put in a little bit more and you also surrender, you need to take the steps and then also surrender the outcome to the universe. I think that that's kind of what this is saying, because you are almost there. So I have one last card for you. This is the affirmations card. It says, I am able to find the answers I seek. May I remain open to receiving them and find them even in unlikely places. So if you don't already have a spiritual routine or a meditation that you do every day, I think this is a good time to start doing that, or even double down on it if you already have it. So maybe doing it twice a day, or doing it for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes longer than you normally do, or adding more to it. Because these types of things is what's gonna attract the right energy to you. The energy that you put out, the work that you put in, is what you're gonna get out of it. And that is all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this reading and it resonated with you, please leave a like, please leave a comment. And if you want a personal reading done by me, my email is in the description of this video. You can go ahead and just send me an email. You pay through Venmo, and I make a video just like this and send it to you. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.